Hello, I am Mutiat Oladejo, a historian from the Department of History, University of Ibadan. I research African history. In 1989, I was just in primary one. I attended Staff School, University of Ibadan for my primary education. We were taught almost everything. So as a child, you have interest in becoming doctor, lawyer, engineer as we are growing up. But different factors affected my career choices and I become an historian. Being a historian makes me versatile. Naturally, I'm an adventurous type that wants to know everything, and this comes into bear with my idea of creating this project. This is Nigeria as a coffee table book. So I can't say that my wish as a child comes true. Inside and outside Africa, there is a tendency to say Africa is a country, yet it's a continent of 54 nations. Nigeria is one of the African countries. Now in this work, I'm trying to break the wall of history and branding. How does history relate to branding Nigerian societies? How does history contribute as an alternative to development in Nigeria? Nigeria is one of the countries in Africa, one of the 54 countries precisely, and it is the biggest population in Africa. In breaking the wall of history and branding, Nigerian history is rarely understood as a means to sustainable development. Yet, the knowledge of histories are valuable in branding the Nigerian societies. This project seeks to brand Nigeria through a coffee table book titled, This is Nigeria. This is Nigeria is a book that will showcase Nigeria's diverse potentials. It is useful for planners, tourists, and investors. The prototype of the coffee table book titled, This is Nigeria, comes in this format. Here are the pictorial representations that will be formed in the book, and it will involve short process explaining a number of things related to the heritage, customs, culture, and tradition. Recently, Nigerian academics reintroduced history into the policy space by influencing politicians to ensure that history is being taught from primary to secondary schools. Here is a book that explains how history is useful for academic purposes. But beyond this book is a coffee table book that brings to bear all aspects of Nigerian history. Now, in the pre-colonial period, there is a scene where commercial exchanges were taking place in the 19th century. And here is a market scene in Kano society of the 1960s, where it is a craft market where various crafts are produced and sold. In the 1960s, there is the architectural design of the Federal Palace Hotel in Lagos. All these issues come into bear in the kind of pictorial representation and prose that comes into this book. The short process explains the histories and factors that account for some of these endeavors. For example, we also have Rashidi Yekini that made Nigeria famous in 1994. So from sports history to entertainment history to fashion history, this book is going to be a pictorial representation that gives some short in-depth analysis about all the issues in Nigerian history. Pictorial representations in the coffee table book, This is Nigeria. The society benefits a lot from the researchers. Scholars, especially younger generation of scholars, we have an idea of various areas they could research into. For the investors, it will be a way of understanding what are the issues, what are the innovative things they could tap into in Nigeria. For planners, various societies in Africa are reimagined in the sense that there are new cities are being formed, rural-urban transformations are taking place. This coffee table book will be a kind of knowledge base where urban planners will have an idea of the new things or new ways of making Africa a better city space in the future. As a historian who is trying to come up with this coffee table book, having bothered about how to bring about chronologies and themes in explaining the process in the pictorial representations. Of course, despite the fact that I have been researching African history in the last 15 years, I am still trying to understand various factors that influence or account for some of these issues in the pictorial representations. It's an ongoing work.